Assalamu alaikum. I'm Rida Khurshid, IT 181016883. Our topic is a reversible transformer based on Bangla conversational agent. These are our contents, which will be presented by me and my fellow teammates. As artificial intelligence improves, the necessity for an online chatbot develops. Chatbots are becoming increasingly popular on a variety of industrial platforms because they can mimic human behavior in natural languages. Intelligent tools pay close attention to their applications. Over time, their use has become more fluid and straightforward. Natural language processing and artificial intelligence have advanced to the point where this is possible. In this paper, we attempt to present a model based on Transformer and the framework tracks for Bangla chatbot. Natural language processing is the most important application of artificial intelligence. It's a technique for training a machine or computer to comprehend human language. Conversational agents or conversational systems, sometimes known as chatbots in the media and business, are one of the most well known applications of NLP. A chatbot is a software that stimulates, analyzes human dialogue, whether written or spoken. It uses digital devices to interact with the end users as if they were chatting with a real person. A chatbot provides 24-hour availability, instant responses, limitless patience, personalizations, and customizable discourse to its user. It also helps a range of businesses by cutting the cost of hiring new employees, improving customer satisfaction, and attracting new customers in future. In future, it is expected that chatbot will decreases the workload up to 70%. Developing intelligent conversational bots is an unsolved research topic in artificial intelligence that faces various challenges. Through this endeavor, we want to discover new algorithms for creating chatbots. Thank you. Now, Zareen and
My
Fatun
name
will
is Zareen
continue with
Tasneem
the rest.
Fahmi and my ID is 18101589. I'll be discussing the literature review and the model architecture of our paper. So here, a man-machine conversational system in Bangla language is Tuni. Bangla natural language processing has been employed to create this chatbot, which behaves as a psychologist and asks questions. A rule-based method was used to extract the input information and it also overcome the complexity of various person forms, various sentence structures and suffixes. Different customized data sets from Bangla grammar was made and used for different processes, and when compared to ELISA it outperformed. The frequently asked question is a common method for obtaining information from an organization, but it is a less participatory method which inspired the authors to create a chatbot based on NLP. They have used cosine similarity algorithm to match pattern from the user input, and they have processed a customized data set to solve the problem they are facing. Chatbots have excelled in the realm of healthcare, although they are confined to the English language. As a solution, Disha, a machine learning based closed domain healthcare Bengali language chatbot, has been created. It has been employed a text based method in which the system reads written language and analyzes it using the named entity recognition algorithm. The details of patients are extracted using a modified version of this algorithm. Here, the authors created a framework of a troubleshooting chatbot to identify and solve technical issues in Arabic language. They developed the framework by extracting technical solutions from different websites. To process Arabic text in IT domain, they utilized GUI, Arabic text processing, AI service, and database, and were able to establish a dependable technological solution regardless of whether the user's language is formal or informal Arabic. Lastly, here they have used context-free grammar or optimized their algorithm. The training and testing data has been collected for Romanian language. Finally, they came up with a solution of error validation by implementing learning strategy. Now, about the model architecture. To run fast and get a good result, this model uses multi-head attention. It runs parallel attention mechanism of the matrix multiple times, each called the heads in the model. Each head uses different linear transformation to represent words, that is, different head learns different relationships between words. The locality sensitive hashing is being computed for the word vector. The transformed word embedding corresponds to the vector generating transformed outputs. The multi-head attention is used for the measure of the similarity of query and the key. The biggest issue with the transformer mechanism is of time and memory complexity for for handling long sequences. Yeah, it requires a lot of memory, thus time to compute. However, to compute a long sequence, it does not require to consider every position. Um, Rather, it is good to consider only an area of interest. By the use of a multi-head attention, a single word and words immediately around it can be focused and recompute the activations that saves memory and reduce time. To overcome the solution, this model uses reversible reducible layers. The reversible transformer is a combination of two techniques that resolves memory allocation and attention problems, which relies on the transformer network. We used locality sensitive hashing to reduce the complexity of the multi-head attention over long sequences. Then the um, RRL has been used to use available memory efficiently. Using the tracks framework of the RT has been implemented to build the chatbot with the large context window governing multiple domains and topics for the human conversation.
Hello,
Thank
I'm
you
Fatin
so
Ishrak,
much. This
peering
is
ID
all from my end.
213017116. I'm going to discuss the implementation and result part. For the implementation, we first need to select the dataset and we choose multiverse 2.1 dataset, which contains more than 10,000 human annotated dialogues and has a span of multiple domains and topics. And for the Bangla dataset, we created the dataset Somachar, which is the 1,000 human annotated dialogue and consists the same span of uh, domains and topics as multiverse. And for the data processing, we chose the person 1 and person 2 delimiters to select the sentence, and then we tokenized before sending into the input and then untokenized after the output. And uh, and the NLT case library has been used to pre-process the dataset. Then comes the LSH attention part. We use Trax's neural network development platform for this process and use efficient attention based module for the implementation. So first we have to design the hash vector. The hash vector has been implemented with modification of the Trax's main hash vector. An array of vector has been taken and it hashes the entries and returns the array with the assigned input with the hash bucket. And the sorting bucket is the sort of n hash into n sequence for the bucket pair. And then the chunked attention. NumPy math multiplication module has been used for the chunked process, and the algorithm is for the softmax is exponential of xi minus log sum exponential of x. So after that, it comes to reversible residual network. So in this process, we created the Traxxas reversible layer by implemented on network. The implementation starts by duplicating the input into two parts by copying top stack and pushing the next two copies of the stack as performed. Then it fits to the half residual model, and this process will repeat it, and then concatenation gives the final output. So next, we have implemented the reversible transformer model and use the fastmax random uniform number to randomize the layer, and then choose the q and v vector and state the random hash vectors and buckets. Then if bucket dot shape becomes the zero and it becomes less than length, then we concatenate the bucket, and then we implemented other rest of the models, and the level data is set to train generation, and loss function we use is cross entropy loss, and Adam optimizer is used with LR scheduler, and each step was set to 10. So next we are discussing about the result. So as we can see here, we created a English and a Bangla chatbot. Uh, we talked about with the chatbot in English, and the result is shown here. And when we talked with the chatbot in Bengali, we can get the similar result from here. So from next, Rida will
Assalamualaikum,
discuss
it's
about the
Rida Khurshid
conclusion. Thank you.
again. To conclude, we can say that this paper presents an overview of the construction of a Bangla chatbot for diagnosing and solving issues. It has created a framework to support Bangla text in order to improve machine learning understanding. In terms of Bangla content, the framework uses AI to improve NLP and machine learning approaches. This model employs MA, LSH for word vector, RRL for handling long sequences, and we utilize LSH to minimize the complexity of the MA over LS to run quickly and achieve a decent result. For future research, might focus on figuring out the best method to combine the many strategies for chatbot creation in order to enhance the success of each tactics, even the basic ones. Thank you very much for our presentation.